Okay, here we are at the dump, at the very edge of the dump, or the very end of it I should say, because it looks like this was a former roadbed, and they dumped along about 250 feet of it, and this is the very beginning of it, I would assume. So obviously they should dump in this area first, and then over here, then over there, then over there, and work their way to the beginning of it. So this should be the oldest part, because they would have to drive on broken glass to get to here. So let's test that theory out and see what's down in there. Okay, it took at least an hour to get through all this stuff. There's so many giant roots and rocks, but finally we're getting the first bottle, and it's a slick. Well, that's figures. Technically, it was the second bottle. Here's the first bottle. A Slick Pharmacy. It looks like it's from 1930. That's pretty late. Okay, I got two bottles at the same time coming out. Three of them. How incredible, considering it took over an hour to find two bottles, to find three of them at the same time. Okay, it's a Hires extract. Makes 5 gallons of a delicious drink. Okay, what's this one? It looks like a mason jar, but it's missing part of it. But at least it's an aqua one, so that's pre-1923. So what else have we got? I don't know, but it's missing part of it. But it's the slicker anyway. Okay, I just found the ink. Looks like 1925 era. I also have something coming out here. A clear jar. But it's in the style of the old aqua ones. So I'm going to say that's a 1924 or 1925. Just found that one, but then again I just found this one. This one actually seems exciting because, well, these bottles are so junky in here that this one's actually a $5 one. So that's not too bad. Well, the theory is not correct. These are not the oldest bottles up here. These are some of the newest. I mean, come on, look at that. That looks like it's from the 30s. I just found all three of these in 1 minute of each other, but none of them are any good. And next we have this jar. Looks late 20s. But then I just pulled this one out. Caldwell Syrup Pepsin. One of the most common, if not the most common, patent medicine. But still, it might be worth $4. Well, here's 4 more. This one isn't even embossed like they normally are. This one's not embossed. And of course, that one isn't. So let's get in here and see if I can dig something out while I'm on camera. Of course, I can't find one while the camera's turned on. Well, I found a broken 1915 from Clarksburg, but now I think I can find a couple. Okay, we have a shoe fly flask, but it's really an extract because they didn't make whiskeys that small. But almost. Is this a milk bottle? No. Just a food product jar. Let's see if we can find another one. Well, at least I found about 20 bottles in that hole, but they were really late. 1927 to 33, I'd say. But I think if we move over this way about 15 or 20 feet, we'll get into some older stuff. So I'll dig a hole right about here. Okay, I'm less than a foot deep and I just pulled out this. Let's see what it says. Clarksburg Bottling Works with a star. Well, I found a few whole ones of these years ago, but it's still quite a nice find. I mean, I could use this as a replacement neck for one of those Shinnston split scripts because they're the same style bottle. They're both 8 ounces and they're both watermelon slug plated, so they're undoubtedly made by the same glassworks. Okay, there's our first split script from Shinnston. And I just found a great seal. Nothing too exciting about that, but anyway, we're just getting started. Well, there's been plenty of broken beers in here, which means pre-1920 bottles. And what do we have here? A whole beer. But no embossing? How strange. Okay, I found a White House lid. So that's worth probably $6 or $7 because I remember 20 years ago they were worth $5. Okay, there's a couple small slicks, but I just found a lime green Pepsi split script. See, look at the color of that. That would have been the very best of the best. Because these are the best Pepsis there is from this town, and green is the best color to find them in. Could it be a whole soda? Well, not quite whole, but it's not one of the good ones. It's just a Lee. They're fairly common. Another broken split script. They're always broken. Finding a whole one is practically a miracle. So I gotta settle for these. Okay, I found this. And I just found this paneled soda bottle, but I don't see any embossing. And I have a beer coming out. No embossing. What is up with all that? Okay, found another broken Clarksburg, but that's a good neck. I wish I'd have been saving the necks 15 to 20 years ago when I used to dig here. No, it's cracked. That's not very good. I can only save the very top inch, but I guess that's better than nothing. I also found a piece of a Meadowbrook, which is another small town very close to here. Okay, here's a beer with a barrel embossed on it. And I just found a piece of one of these Pepsi Colas, what I call the minimum embossed. Well, that's it. I'm too tired to continue anymore, and I have to go to the library and charge the battery up again.